Shalom, friends. I just recently went through an article by Dr. Michael Lightman, and he's a Kabbalist. It's called Transmission of Spiritual Information, and I just wanted to share some things that I gleaned from it. So I'm going to just go through the article quickly and break it down for you. So he's asked the question, is it correct to say that the Creator teaches a student through the teacher, right? And he says, of course, it happened this way, starting with the first Kabbalist, Adam, through the series of Kabbalists described in the Torah. Noah and all of his sons, who are really not his sons. Now bear with me. But they are his disciples, up to Abraham. And further from Abraham through other Kabbalists, such as Isaac and Jacob, who are called his children and grandchildren. Now, first we have to realize that the Torah itself is a Kabbalistic book. So in Kabbalah, family relations means souls that are related through the transmission of spiritual information, okay? So when it is written in the Torah that someone has given birth to someone, it refers to spiritual objects. They're called Partzufim in Kabbalistic language, which is parts of the Ten Seferot. That give birth to each other and multiply and develop, okay? So Isaac is not Abraham's son, but his disciple, okay? I know. The Torah, well, it could have said Abraham had 20 wives and 100 children, but so what? It's more importantly pointing out the disciples who are described in the Torah. So when it says Abraham's family, what does this term family mean? It's a spiritual state, Dr. Michael Lightman says. Abraham's desire, called Sarah, right, which is a feminine aspect in us. We have both feminine and masculine. His desire, called Sarah, from which the soul, called Isaac, the left line, was born, right? In Kabbalah, Abraham represents the right side of the Ten Seferot, and which is kindness, and Isaac is the left side of the Ten Seferot, judgment, but that's another video. So this may be a hard pill to swallow for some people who have been taught the more literal meaning of the Bible, and you may want to call me a heretic, but these are stages of development. Let's see this idea that's actually found in the Bible. Consider this, you have to unlearn. Numbers chapter 3 verse 1, which begins, "These are the descendants of Moses and Aaron." But when you read it, it only lists Aaron's 4 sons, not Moses, right? By the way, Moses' 2 sons did not engage in Torah. So the sages say, here we learn that Aaron's sons are considered Moses' sons as well, because he taught them Torah, it's as if he was also their father. So the term son of God, what does this mean? It's not the literal offspring of God. That's a pagan idea. Rather, it's a title of adoption. Psalms 2:7 says that God tells King David that he is his son, right? In Exodus 4:22, Israel is called the son of God, okay? A title of adoption. They receive spiritual transmission from their teacher, Moses, okay? So even in the New Testament, which is properly called the renewed covenant, because there is nothing new under the sun, Matthew 3 verse 17, a famous verse, where Yeshua, Jesus, is coming out of the water, a mikvah, right? And a voice from heaven said, "Behold, this is my son in whom I am well pleased." The Son of God, okay? And this brought me to Matthew 12:46. Jesus again, Yeshua, it says, he was still speaking to the crowd when his mother and brothers appeared outside, asking to talk with him. But to the one who had informed him, he replied, "Who is my mother? Who are my brothers?" Right? Pointing to his Talmudim, which is disciples in Hebrew. He said, "Look, here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does the will of my Father in heaven, these people are my brother, my sister, and my mother. Okay? So here we have transmission of spiritual information. Open to all, to anyone who wants to attain and reveal the Creator shall be called sons and daughters of the Most High, the sons of God. So friends, go learn what this means. Those that have ears, let them hear. This is the way. All right. Shalom. Thank you.